Hey everyone, very excited about this episode. I wanted to talk about tonight God is a consuming fire. And before you swipe away and start thinking, no, that's not true, I used to think that way too. Before I got saved, I used to think fire had everything to do with evil because that's how the devil's portrayed these days. He's some red, ugly looking thing with horns and a tail, and none of that's true. He's an angel. He's one of the more beautiful angels, I guess. So I used to think that way. Anything to do with fire is demonic. It's about hell and this and that. And in one of my last podcast episodes, I talked about how the devil doesn't rule hell. He's tormented in hell. And look up that episode. It's a great one. But I used to think that way. I used to think that anything about fire was demonic and this and that. And when I was talking to my buddy about that the other day, I told him after Jesus comes down to judge the world, he's going to have fire in his eyes. And I said, you know how cool of a scene that's going to be, seeing Jesus with fire in his eyes? And he's like, oh, that's demonic, this, that, and the other. And I took a step back and I was like, wait. And I started thinking about it. I was like, I used to think that way. Before I got saved, that's how I thought. I thought anything about fire was completely demonic, but it's not. I wrote down some Bible verses out of the King James Bible that talk about how God is fire. Exodus 3:2, this is where God talked to Moses through the burning bush and was on fire and didn't even consume the bush. Amazing. So Exodus 13:21, this one, I absolutely love this passage here. Exodus 13:21, this to help the Israelites out of Egypt, going into the promised land where they had to walk through the desert and everything like that. God made himself fire at night and went above the Israelites so they could see, so they could walk in the night when it's cooler. He literally made himself fire so they could see. Absolutely amazing how he's always with us. And that was such a big moment, how he proves he's always with us. Absolutely amazing with that one. Hebrews 12:29. Our God is a consuming fire. That was the whole passage right there. Our God is a consuming fire. Amazing. Revelation 1:14. This is one I was talking to my buddy about right here. This is when Jesus comes down to judge the world. Jesus' eyes were as a flame of fire. I told him, I said, you know how cool it's going to be seeing him, seeing Jesus, his hair white like wool, and just eyes of fire, man. It's going to be so amazing, so beautiful. Can't wait to see that day. But give yourself a break. I used to think like that too. It is okay.